Recently, I was asked about the name of Wild Women Who Woo. What does that mean? And I had to remember that not only am I in this cycle of my Lilith return, there is this transformational energy that comes in at midlife that, of course, there's no playbook for, but there's this sense of true awakening. You know, they say this is our prime. And so Wild Women Who Woo comes from, you know, some of my favorite books that I've read, you know, The Women Who Run with the Wolves, you know, by Dr. Pinkola Estes, and Jambalaya by my spiritual mentor, Yiyi Louisa Tish. And so, I mean, just to name a few, but these energies, you know, even me being a women's studies minor back in college, this energy of this wild woman, this woman who woos, you know, many of us have been afraid for a very long time to share who we are and what we do and why we do it. And it really is in our ancestral DNA. And so many of us, this feels natural. It feels normal because it is. But we've been conditioned to believe, like many other things, that it is against us and it is negative and we shouldn't use it. But the truth is, beloveds, when you get to a certain age, when you get to a certain understanding and understanding of yourself, this wild woman comes out and you can't help but use your magic. And this is not magic with a C, this is magic with a K. This is that woman who knows who she is. She is liberated. She is her individual sovereign self. And so that's why Wild Women Who Woo. And with that being said, I also wanted a sacred container, a community of kindred spirit women, because when I was going through my awakening, through my journey, I felt alone a lot. And I promised myself, you know, being the healer, the advisor, the guide, the triple cancer that I am, I wanted to make sure that other women had that too. Because who would I have been if I had a mentor, right? Who would I have been if I had someone who I could talk about, you know, I've heard this, or I'm feeling this, or my spiritual something crisis moment, or I'm ready to bloom and transform, or I'm ready to leave, or I'm ready to release, or I need healing. What crystal do I use? I need a breath work. I need some yoga. What book? You know, I get to share all of those different facets of myself when I work with, you know, my clients and community and customers, because there's so many facets of our magic, just like there's so many facets of who we are, and we get to change our clothes and be different and look different and be cute and, you know, be comfortable, and we can change, we can transform. We have these 9 lives, like the energy of Sekhmet and Bastet, right? Our Egyptian goddesses. And so this is Wild Women Who Woo. And the sanctuary the sacred, safe container where you can feel seen and supported and supplied with the energetic shifts and astro energy and alchemy that you know that you want and you need, plus the discipline and support. And so this is why I have created the Wild and Wise Sanctuary. It is for you. It is everything and anything that you need. It is spiritual counseling. It is working with the moon every single month. It is having that sacred sisterhood and community and so much more. And so this is my way of showing up and sharing who I'm meant to be as the spiritual counselor, as the guide, high priestess, tarot, spiritual advisor, astrologist. This is who I'm meant to be. It says it in my stars, and I want you to be able to be on the same path, beloveds. And so come in to the Wild and the Wise Sanctuary. And you know what I also, just what makes me think of this is, you know, when we think back, we look at these old movies and things like that, who do they always go to? You know, if there was a crisis, if there needed to be a healing, if they needed to see something, they would always go to, even in the movie The Matrix, who did they go to? They went to the wise woman. These are our wise woman sovereign years. Are you ready? So it's time to shift the sabotage into sovereignty. It's time to stop scrolling and really start living. And so I can't wait to support you on this sacred journey. Thank you, Elena, for allowing me to support you and serve, share, and shine. Ashe.